Caleb is given a stopwatch by his dying mentor. Each press stops time for a minute, but the more he uses it, the shorter his life gets. He learns that using time is more powerful than pausing it. Caleb and the Stopwatch of Destiny. In the quiet town of Eld Hollow, nestled between endless fields and ancient trees, lived a boy named Caleb. At 17, Caleb was like many teenagers, full of dreams, yet constantly delaying them. He'd often say, "I'll start tomorrow," as he lay on his bed scrolling endlessly through his phone or watching the sun sink lazily behind the horizon. Caleb was raised by his grandfather, Elias, a man once known across towns for his wisdom and mysterious past. Elias had been a traveler, a philosopher, and some whispered, even a timekeeper. But now, in his final days, he was bedridden, his once sharp eyes clouded with age and weariness. One stormy night, as the rain lashed against the windows, Elias summoned Caleb to his room. Caleb entered, finding his grandfather holding a small object wrapped in silk cloth. Elias's voice was barely a whisper as he said, "Caleb, it's time you take responsibility. I have something for you." He unwrapped the object, a simple old stopwatch. It was unlike anything Caleb had seen before. The metal casing shimmered faintly in the dim light, and the second hand moved with an unnatural smoothness. "This is no ordinary watch," Elias murmured. "It can stop time, for 1 minute, every time you press this button." He pointed to the side knob. "But heed this, every press shortens your own life by 1 day. Caleb blinked in disbelief. "That's impossible. How can a watch do that?" Elias smiled faintly. "It is not for you to understand how, only to understand why. Use it wisely, or it will use you." That night, Elias passed away in his sleep, leaving Caleb alone with the burden and blessing of the stopwatch. At first, Caleb kept it hidden in his drawer. He didn't believe in magic. But one day, late for a test that would determine his college eligibility, he pressed the button in desperation. Everything froze. The teacher mid-step, the clock on the wall, the leaves outside, all still. He used the minute to scribble the final answers. When time resumed, no one noticed a thing. He passed the test with flying colors. Thrilled, Caleb began to use the stopwatch more often. Miss the bus? Stop time and run to the next stop. Forgot to do homework? Freeze time and finish it in peace. Need more sleep before a big day. 1 press, and the morning would wait. Days turned into weeks. Caleb's life seemed perfect. But he began feeling tired. Strange gray hairs appeared. He caught himself forgetting things, names, places, even moments. One evening, he stared into the mirror and saw a face that looked far older than 17. A deep fear rooted in his chest. He went back to the drawer and counted. 42 presses. 42 days of life lost. Panic set in. He resolved not to use it again. But old habits die hard. A big presentation, a forgotten anniversary, a competition. Each time he justified 1 more press. Until one day, Caleb collapsed during a school event. At the hospital, the doctors were baffled. "His body shows signs of accelerated aging," they told his aunt. "It's as if he's lived years in the last few months." Caleb lay in the hospital bed, weak and hollow-eyed. That night, he dreamt of Elias sitting by his bedside. "Grandpa," Caleb whispered in his dream. "I didn't listen. I wasted time trying to control it." Elias nodded. "Because true control isn't in stopping time, Caleb. It's in how you use it. Time is not your enemy, it's your companion." When Caleb awoke, he knew what he had to do. He took the stopwatch, walked to the top of Eld Hollow's hill where Elias used to meditate, and threw it into the river below. It sank without a sound. From that day, Caleb changed. He woke early, studied with focus, helped others. He scheduled his days with intention, never putting off what mattered. Slowly, his health returned. His youth, though partially gone, began to shine through again. Years passed. Caleb became a motivational speaker, sharing his story about the stopwatch and the value of time. He'd hold up a replica of it during talks, saying, "We all wish for more time, but the truth is we already have enough, if we stop wasting it." He ended every speech with his favorite quote, "Time doesn't need to stop for you, you just need to start using it." Caleb's story became a legend in Eld Hollow, a tale parents told their children when they said, "I'll do it tomorrow." And somewhere, beneath the flowing river, the stopwatch of destiny lay silent, waiting for the next to choose between wasting time or truly living it.